YouTube, hello, Twitch and Similar Hearthstone. I said I wasn't coming back. I'm back again. I've refined my Imbue Paladin list. It was okay to begin with. I think we were sitting at somewhere like 3 and 4 on the record of the previous iteration, or I guess I did change it a little bit, but we were around 3 and 4. And actually, at that time, Paladin was about a 48% win rate on HS Replay. I've checked again, it's now second from bottom with about 40-something percent, like 42%, so Imbue Paladin not doing great right now on the old numeracy. Numbers would do fine. And I've gone through some iterations of my deck and I've come up with a new list. Basically, I came to a few conclusions. Firstly, I had 2 Royal Librarians in my deck, and I came to the conclusion that these were in here just to deal with Armor Demon Hunter spaceship deck. And they're not actually that good at dealing with the Armor Demon Hunter spaceship deck, because at the end of the day, even if I silence the starship thing and it doesn't, break down into a starship that can be later relaunched, it's still a Death Rattle minion that can be brought back, and then, the chain can begin from there. So all it really did was put a small roadblock in the way. And I came to the conclusion that it's so bad in every other matchup, other than like that one matchup, but even then it's not fantastic, that I would cut them from the list. So I've cut those cards from the list. The other thing I came to the conclusion was Ziliax in Unkiliax mode isn't good enough anymore as single target removal. 9 mana killer guy, turns out not good enough, so Ziliax has also dropped from the list. This also makes it way better now okay, good English me. It's much better for me that Ursine Maul now, off 2 swings of the Mauls, 2 swings of both Mauls will guarantee give me Ceaseless, Ursol, Malorn, and Renewing Flames. More often than not, 2 swings of it gives me the Ursol plus a spell combo. It feels like I often have that type of thing, so I think this is kind of a good in-between what I was doing before and what I'm doing now. The other thing I've sort of decided upon myself is I need to be a little bit more greedy with my deck, so I've thrown in Dorian as well. Dorian works really nice with the Ursine Maul. You can put the Ursine Maul onto the board on 4, swing with it, get the Ceaseless Expanse, and then when you swing again with Puppet Master Dorian going on the board on 5, then you get either Ursol or Malorn at 1 mana. And if you can imbue many times, then Malorn as a 1 mana effect around, 5 and 6, is actually a really scary proposition. And again, I think my deck, I shouldn't go into a value off versus other decks. I actually should try and race them down a little bit. I should really be more mid-rangey than I was before. So I say I need to be a bit greedier. I do need to be a bit greedy, but at the same time, I've tried to push my curve a little bit lower. Other things to do with pushing my curve a little bit lower, I came to the conclusion that I don't think I want to imbue with this deck 10 times. And I actually came to the conclusion that the sweet spot for imbuing in Paladin is 7 times, and you shouldn't go beyond 7 times. The reason for this is if you go into, this actually is not going to be that helpful, I have to go into all the classes, but if you look for dragons in the 7-cost department, there's, I can't even look for just 7, god damn it. There's actually quite a finite number of dragons. You have Chilmore, Nosdormu. More importantly though, you have Ysondre. And if you can hit multiple Ysondres, then things start to happen. So that's going to be my goal. Also, worth noting, the 7-cross department, Nathandra is there. And I've had a few games where I've played this and just sat at 7. And the amount of Nathandras you get in Ysondres, it actually becomes a legitimate win condition for the deck. So I think we try and imbue to 7. Now, because of this imbue to 7 strategy, it let me cut some of the imbue cards. And the cards... Excuse me? My deck tracker thing is broken. It's very unhealthy right now. The imbue cards I cut were the 4-drop cards, the Flutter Wing Guardians. And the reason for me cutting the Flutter Wing Guardians was I had so many 4-drops before, it was just crazy. And more often than not, I would get stuck until about turn 4 before I could actually do anything. Now I can actually curve out a little bit better. So I put some, and you may have seen some of these other options, I put in a few more cards in the lower mana cost departments. All that being said and good though, I have also added 3 more 4-drops to the deck. I've added Illusory Greenwing. These went in my deck before partially because I didn't want the Dragon Boys, the Dragon Tamers to pull these out of my deck, because I kind of came to the conclusion that my big 2 win conditions for this deck is playing Dreamwarden on 4, which I still think is actually one of the big win conditions, and getting the Goldpetal Drake. So I didn't want to put too many other dragons in my deck. I sort of come to the conclusion the Red Scale Dragon Tamer is actually a bit too slow, and actually I normally fill my hand pretty quickly, so I don't think I need these cards anymore. So I cut those out, and because of this and being a bit more free and open with what dragons I'm going to put into my deck, I dropped some Illusory Greenwings into the list. Also worth noting, I think for my other iteration of this list, I've actually taken out one other dragon, and it was Gorgonzola. I again come to the conclusion this card is too slow at 4, and again I wanted to free up some of the 4 department. Zephrys is also coming to the list, because if I hit double Battlecry on some of these things like Ursol and Malorn, it's unbelievably powerful, so I kind of figured that would be a good idea. Also, I could potentially Zephrys into Dorian, which I think could also be a pretty fun play. The final things get a bit like hand-wavy and a bit preposterous. Zephrys of the Dreamplanner variety is in my deck because if you pick the Modest Tor, there are 4 options that are actually extremely good against the Starship Demon Hunter deck. And actually, I've beat them once off camera now with this deck because of Zephrys. And in case you're wondering what those cards are, and by the way, there's a lot of spells in this department, but Polymorph, Hex, Mass Dispel are all in that department, and so is Shadow Madness, which you can use to steal a guy if you are fortunate. They are all potential options for me to deal with these really annoying starships and stop the starship chain from ever going, ideally by stealing them. Griftah is the same thing. I ideally want to get the amulet, which lets me steal a guy. If I can get that, I can, again, put a big roadblock into the Starship Demon Hunter deck. More so, I think, even than just silencing a guy. Also, nice for the Zephrys is it's a 3-mana card, so it fills out my curve a little bit better. The really, really spicy card here, and I'm not convinced in my own right that this is actually a good idea. It was a very late edition when I was working on this. I put Moonstone Mauler in my deck. Now, my reason for this is I sort of came to the conclusion that I think I win more games than I lose, famous last words, if Dreamwarden is played on 4. And the problem with playing Dreamwarden on 4 with my normal strategy is that it's hard to put a card that didn't start into your deck via the Imbue strategy. You basically need to guarantee that you get the Aegis of Light, right? To imbue your button, so you could push your button on 2 or 3, and then you could Dreamwarden on 4. The actual real dream, I think, was to play Aegis. Then you push the Bitterbloom Knight, and then on 3 you drew Aegis again, and you push the button, and then on 4 you'd play Dreamwarden, you'd get a 3-cost dragon. That's fairly powerful. Unfortunately, it's actually kind of awkward to imbue before then and push the button, because the Goldpetal Drake is a 3-mana card, so it's really hard to play this and imbue and push the button before 4 with a 3-mana card. So I came to the conclusion I would like a card in my deck that is below 4 cost, that shuffles a card into my deck, even though it interrupts the dragon stuff. And I decided to put Mauler into the deck, so it puts 3 asteroids into my deck, which means that the Dreamwarden, if I play it on 4, has an increased chance of being a 5/6 with Taunt. Even if I hit the asteroid, it's fine. It's still doing 2 damage, which is acceptable. Similarly, hitting the Greenwing, I actually think is a pretty good roll, because they normally take some time to imbue up to 4-5 dragons with Taunt, so it's actually not a bad roll either. But obviously, again, you'd need the coin to play this out a little bit earlier. So yeah, that's kind of my theory right now. It does kind of remove the teeth a little bit from stuff like the Dragonscale Armaments, because you're more likely to hit a asteroid. But I kind of just want to see how this performs. There's also kind of like a dearth, I think, of good cheap cards to put into this deck, so I thought, why not? Why not try it? Anyway, let's roll. So the dream here is we go better than 3. Realistically, though, I'm not expecting to do so, but this is kind of what I want to do with this, like, you know, this expansion. I want to try and make this deck as good as possible. And so far, as I said, it's kind of sitting somewhere around 10th in terms of classes. So let's do our best. That's a pretty good opening for me, Aegis of Light and a Goldpetal Drake. So all I need to do now is draw the Dreamwarden, and I've kind of done what I wanted to do. It's also a bit of a bad draw to get Ursol, just because I want to do the Dorian strategy. But hey-ho. And I still maintain, by the way, it's probably not true, but I maintain that my deck's got a decent matchup into this one. I beat it more often than I don't, except on camera where I lost. But other than that one, I'm doing well, okay? So I think I'm going to push the button here to live in the dream world where I get the top deck, or I say it's not top deck, it's 2 card draw, I guess. Then I get a Dreamwarden. Now again, would love to have silence and stuff for this, but I don't anymore. Well, it's not quite true. I do kind of have it, but it's in the form of Zephrys. And I still think that's the other thing about this deck now. Versus the Starship decks, if they drop a Crystal and 4, I can't do a lot about it. We just, like, have a sad time. Okay, they're gonna eat my minion rather than eat my face. I'm okay with that. Another pretty bad draw. I don't really want to get my Renewing Flames to be the top card of my deck for mana cost. It's a little bit annoying. To imbue first or to not imbue first? That is the question.
What to do?
I think I'm going to try and get a bigger boy. The nice thing about getting this, potentially, is I could hit a Goldpetal Drake, but I need to be careful because I don't want to go beyond 7. I will actively avoid going beyond 7. That's a pretty good dragon. Oh, that's one of the other things I actually forgot about with this deck, because there's so many minions in this deck, you could potentially play Dorian into... what did I just play? The Dragonscale Armaments, and you might, like, during all of this, draw a minion. After you get the card that didn't start in your deck, which is, you know, a legitimate strategy.
Find me in the dream.
Okay, well, it's getting a little bit iffy right now because we're going to have these Arcanite issues fairly soon.
By petal and sword.
I'm also going to say, as much as I said the 7 is the dream, 6 is pretty bad, because there's an Origami Dragon in there, and the amount of times you get a 1/1 with Divine Shield's lifesteal is pretty high, actually. Surprisingly high. I could do with drawing a Nacros here. It's pretty bad now. Also, silence for this guy is pretty useful. I think we're going to do a little lose, if you don't mind. We'll see. It's not quite over yet. Wait, I can't play this. I've drawn all my imbue cards super early.
On guard.
Well, you're a sacrifice. Enjoy it. Next turn I can coin Drake. And I've hit the situation. It's really unfortunate. I had so many minions above 7. Well, I have 3. I've drawn them all before I could play Dorian with my weapon. We can try and, like, you know, pray. It's a 1/3 chance right now I draw an Acronos with it, but... maybe we'll save Dorian for a little bit later, when I maybe get some more draw cards. I'm kind of surprised they're not pinging the minion here. It's almost certainly the wrong play, because they could actually steal the help from me rather than the minion, which is definitely the better play. I'm actually going to swing on this guy. Please don't draw an Akros now. Thank you. I might need to play Ursol next turn. I needed a spell in hand. There's also some other fun things, by the way, you can do with Zephrys. Oh my god. Namely... Did I have double battle cry? It did. Okay, this is actually just unfortunate. The fun things you can do with Zephrys as well, you can get Vanish. And that can cause some shenanigans. Oh, that's pretty good.
A recurring dream.
Malone's not that helpful here. I think we just Ursol and get some kills.
Rise, and let balance be restored.
The problem is this thing's going to give the Ultra suck right now. There's only one portal in my deck. I really want to push the button more. I think that's the way I beat this matchup. I just go out the gates a bit faster, and I push my button a lot, and the dragons just, like, gum up the board for them, and they can't eat my face anymore. As it so happens, they played actually quite aggressive versus me, and I couldn't keep up. Okay. Oh my god! Every leech card! I need Malone to draw me Ursol, otherwise I lose.
Get out, Devar!
Welcome back. Yeah, I have to just high roll this. I'm dead otherwise. Ursol, please. Ursol is not the answer. A Sinner could do something, but I think it's too late. And actually, this thing doesn't take damage when it gets hit, but... I guess it's Tortola, just to eat. Or get eaten. Okay, we're on 25 max health right now. They're on 70, it's pretty bad, but... Don't worry, we'll deal with this. We'll deal with this, it's okay. I really need to start pushing my button though. Like, it's mission critical I push the button. Man, it's actually a real shame I didn't get Ursoc there. It would have been pretty good to give them the reverse suck. A technique not often taught to people, the reverse suck. Wow, up the moons in your deck. Okay. What? Why? I don't understand. Makes no sense. Also, why did you swing into this? Nothing makes sense. Well, time to trade. Go, Mauler! Kill these leeches with asteroids! Alright. Okay, that's actually not that bad.
Citadel stands strong.
That's gonna gum up their hands, actually. I'm more than thrilled with this outcome.
Get out, Devar.
Oh, in case you're wondering as well, this goes in the order you want it to. This reforms before this happens. Welcome back. Gum them up.
Embrace the gift of death, as I have. Fall silent. Drowned by blood.
Now here's a question. Do I actually have to do anything this turn, or am I good? They are getting more and more max health, but that's fine. You gonna kill this thing? You gonna corpse explosion it? You had enough? Yeah. Honestly, I'm completely fine with this. The armor gain is gonna be well worth it for me. And by the way, I could get really annoying boards going forwards. There's more of the Nyathandra, or whatever she's called, where that came from. Yep, here we go. This is how I killed them. Via Sourfang. I will concede, the portals right now are really good, the asteroids are not that good, and I've diluted my portals, but it's not completely terrible still, the situation I'm in. I've seen worse. That Dorian could be pretty good as well, as if I swing 2 times, one of the times is guaranteed to be Anachronos. 1 mana Anachronos, pretty good. That being said, I think I'm going to go with the play I was about to do. Actually, do I want to go with that play? Fuck it, I do. I actually think Zephrys would be a really good get with it. So I'm going to just freewheel it. So I'm going to do 5, 1, 4. And draw 2 cards and hope that one's a portal. But it doesn't matter. Go asteroids! Yes, a Griftah! And... again. Or do I just play the Griftah? The Griftah's gotta be wrong, right? You know what? We do this. It's guaranteed Anachronos. 3, 6. I think I'm willing to lose the top deck, the top card of my deck, maybe. Ah, fuck it, I'm not. It's kind of a waste of the expanse, but to be fair, I'm at least putting some pressure on at the same time. That's huge, by the way. No corpse explosion. What if I just jam an Anachronos into the board? What are they going to do about it? Cry? Right, cry?
Embrace the gift of death, as I have. Stand and fight in darkest night.
That's fine. Unironically, completely okay.
I must report.
And I kind of want you to do something with this thing. I want you to get more of these guys. I think I can slowly kill you with them. Alright, it's a low roll. Ah, so is that actually. That's somewhat of a low roll. Actually, I can't get any more duplicates, so it's fine. It's okay.
Mistakes of the past rewritten. Nightmares are never forgotten.
Why is it always the bad ones? I guess this is not the end of the world. Yeah, we'll take that. Three.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Couldn't be worse. I'll take this and hold it for the future. I was hoping to summon a taunt minion. That's a bold play. Actually, is it a bold play? I guess they know I can't kill it. Wait, I can kill it. I wonder if they notice this. I could swing with my face into this to steal it. It'll have 6 health, trade it into that, both die. I gain a ton of armor, and I gain its effect. They need to kill this 4-1. Otherwise, there is a bit of bother.
I must retort.
I could also fish with Griftah to find the 6 to save me hitting it, but again, the ordering not great here.
Another realm awaits. Mistakes of the past rewritten. Mistakes of the past rewritten. Feel devastation!
Find me in the dream.
Casually take 11 damage. Don't fill my board.
Recurring dream.
Give me the armor. I actually can't believe that happened, but it's a pretty good board considering I know they don't have Corpse Explosion anymore. They almost have to have Ceaseless Expanse, though. Fuck you, Ceaseless Expanse.
And I will bring destruction.
That might be it, though. They have Steal a Guy.
Embrace the gift of death as I have.
A recurring dream.
Mistakes of the past rewritten.
Zephrys, you're a little bit late. I need to set up a win condition here. Which I think is hope they don't have a board clear.
Mistakes of the past rewritten.
I also need to be aware right now that the last dragon I've got to proc these is Dreamwarden. Until I draw the Greenwing. How many of these cards do you have? For fuck's sake! What's that max health right now?
Do you like to play with fire?
A recurring dream. Do not confess.
confine yourself to
Ysondre, please? Yeah, Ysondre, one of them, please. Alright, I'm gonna need to find an answer for the big board incoming. We want to be on the Morris tour. That might actually be fine. It probably isn't, but considering the side of my board. And I didn't push the button last turn, which I kind of needed to do. I think I'm going to lose, but we kept it close. They're also in a situation right now, if they summon anything, it's going to block their board. It's where Quality Consecration could actually, like, kind of carry me. Unfortunately, I've removed that from my deck. I decided I didn't need it.
Alone, we are weak. Stitched together, we are strong. Time is short. I must retort.
Yeah, I actually can't see a world where I win this anymore. They're just greedy to me. They've also probably got Kil'jaeden in that deck.
One from many.
Wishes? No way.
a waste of time.
Once upon a time.
Doesn't help.
My cards are low. Where did they go?
What the odds do you have Kil'jaeden in that deck?
Embrace the gift of death, as I embrace the gift of death, as I have. Oh! I never make two trips.
Ysondre. I know Ysondre.
A waste of time.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Pretty annoying. Have to push this button.
One from many.
Alone, we are
A waste of time.
together.
Once upon a time.
Wow. They're certainly dragons.
I have little time.
No cards are left. I am bereft.
Oh, it's real. I actually had another dragon in hand. I had Dozing Dragon.
Embrace the gift of death, as I embrace the gift of death, as I have.
are low.
I can't get Ysondre. It's crazy. I just can't believe it. It's such a good dragon for me, and I just can't roll it.
This time. Get one full price.
I'm actually losing my mind right now. Okay, weird order. Don't know if they meant to do that, but they've kind of fucked the order there.
My cards are low.
Confine yourself to me.
Hey, we got it! Huge! Just on time! You schmuck. I think that's all I can do for now. I'm 99% certain I can't win this game, just because I think their button's going to end up being better than mine. Sadly.
My cards are low. Where did they go?
They've also just realized they should probably hit me in the face. So next turn is 7, right? So I have to heal next turn. I can't believe that they've not got Kill Giant in that deck.
My cards are low.
Oh my god, the amount of chill mores and shit like that I've had is fucking off the rails right now. I'm just going crazy.
A waste of time.
Nightmare.
No cards are left. I am bereft. Embrace the gift of death, as I embrace the gift of death, as I end all ties.
Again, they shouldn't be trading with me right now.
Twice as hot to cook twice as fast.
Get out of our
My cards are low. I am out of cards.
My cards are low. Where did they
they go! I overslept!
A waste of time.
Find me in the dream.
No cards are left! I am bereft. Embrace the gift of death, as I have!
Man, if they didn't get the what's name, the amalgam, could I have won this without them having killed Jaiden? They seem to be running out of shit.
Embrace the gift of death, as I have!
Well, mysterious lifesteal. I finally got Ysondre who could have given me some lifesteal. Now, you actual monsters of a game.
I am out of cards.
A recurring dream.
I can't restore health. If they just enter, they win.
In the light, we are one.
Wait, I've just thought of an out. Lifesteal rush. Alright, well played.
You fight with nobility.
I don't think there's a lifesteal rush, but
Through and through. Embrace the gift of death, as I have!
None shall pass.
My cards are low.
they're only on 3. I think the amalgam stopped them taking
I am out of cards.
probably like 6 damage. Maybe more, because actually, now that I think about it, it would have been pushing the third thing forwards faster as well. So maybe it's actually quite a significant amount. Maybe I could have beat them. I don't know. Oh, why do I always lose to Death Knight on camera, and I beat them off camera? I've got like 100% win rate off camera. I just can't beat them when it matters. Ah, Hunter I can't beat. We're gonna lose. I basically have no win condition. It's a pretty bad situation to be in.
Name of honor.
The win condition is to be an aggro deck. So the Hunter, I assume this is Imbue Hunter. I think people see it as the answer. Actually, I might keep you as the answer to the Demon Hunter Starship deck, because you can generate a King Plush with 31 attack or 30 more attack, and you beat them. Cool. Where were you last game, by the way, Adaptive Amalgam? God damn it. Is it Imbue Hunter? That's not what I was expecting. Okay. This is slightly risky, but I'm going to live in the world where by turn 4, I get a Dreamwarden. And then it's going to carry. Okay. I guess I could have just had that die now that I think about it. Oh well. I think I want to stay on curve.
Have you filled out the paperwork?
And I think we want another modest one. Hex would be great, but I think this thing is going to trade into this. Wow, the greed.
Your weakness
Okay, it's Death Rattle. Fair enough. I'm just trying with the idea of just playing Greenwing, because the trade's not great. The downside is to have another Stalker in hand, in which case we're a bit sad. But even then, it's not the end of the world.
Find me.
I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live, okay? Live a little. By the way, I've played my dragon, so the Historian won't proc right now. Okay, so they're gonna kill this thing. Go onto the Stalker, please, Death Rattle. Okay, went onto itself, which is not the way I thought that would have worked, but fair enough. I'm super, super happy I saved the Lightning Storm.
A recurring dream.
Amalgam, really? Okay, they're gonna have a big Stalker. Live with it.
Once upon a
Actually, Amalgam, you're a dragon. You're a great addition. Much appreciated. Alright, we've taken 7 damage, who cares? I have 3 asteroids in my deck. They're gonna kill the 6th floor. Oh my god, why have you got the other egg? Fine. It's perfect for a Hexid. It turned out I generated the perfect answer and then played it perfectly from then on. Don't Stalker this now. I refuse to believe in your opening 9 cards were 2 extraterrestrial eggs and 2 Stalkers. Okay, it wasn't. I think that will win from here. Famous last words. I do appreciate that my opponent's actually trying something different. I've not seen this deck yet. He's really just Token Hunter. Wow. Actually kind of scary. Dreamwarden though. Here he comes. Not the 4/4, thank you.
A good explorer comes prepared.
Oh, you're running out of cards, Hunter. I pretended to be a control deck today rather than an aggro deck. Base? No. They don't want me life stealing. Right, I can live with this. It's a horrible trade for my opponent if they do it. No more Death Rattles on the board, so Stalker is diffused. And we can Earth Sign into the Dorian and get mega value. Alright, I'm going to put Greedy. The correct play here is almost certain to play Renewing Flames and just go up by 10 health. Hunter, in 2-card combo, doesn't have 13 damage. I refuse to believe that's a thing.
You're merely a pawn.
An Expanse, please. Also, I might get a 1-cost Ursol if this isn't dealt with. Okay, in 3 cards they don't do 13 damage. Okay, we've won. 3, 6. Yeah, this is fine. Now, this is true despair.
Rise and let balance be restored. Druids of Azeroth, gods of the wild, the dream that
Oh, more value. Actually, I think that's more despairing.
Once upon a time.
I've not imbued enough yet. Whoops. I've made a little bit of a fuck up, but I don't think it's going to matter, so I'll forgive myself.
Strings attached.
I was like, wait, why is this not 1 cost?
Here I come, ready or not.
We have lethal on board right now. I still have lethal on board. We win.
You fight with nobility.
All strings attached.
mistakes of the past rewritten.
Man, I actually toyed with putting Ursol and removing it from the deck, but the amount of games I win because of Ursol, I just can't pull the trigger on it. Or whenever I sometimes copy Ursol and do Ursol, renewing flames, and that is actually just disgusting. It's 20 damage a turn with lifesteal. I've only done it twice, I think, but it's really obnoxious. The funny thing is I lost one of the games where I did it, but the other one I won. Okay, it's the matchup. Paladin, I'm going to show you how to Paladin.
I will fight with honor.
I figured it out. All you need to do is don't imbue more than 7 times. And this deck is actually pretty good. And also you have to put a Moonstone Mauler in your deck for emotional support. Perfect opening.
Come closer,
Sure, why not? I'm confident I've got the better deck. I'm both more aggressive and more greedy. Thanks to my deck building skills. I'm going to push the button here because again I want to live in the dream that I played Dreamwarden for. I guess there was no reason to do that, but... I like swinging, guys. Don't take that out of context. Oh, Dragon Tamer! I've been there. I put a Dragon Tamer in my deck.
My blood boils for war.
That's a pretty good 1-drop, though.
I'll shelter you.
Job done.
Fortunately, that deck probably doesn't have too many spells in it. Alright, Dreamwarden. God damn it. The Illusories are pretty good. Do I think they're better than the Zephrys right now? No.
Find me in the dream.
I have to be a bit careful as well because I can't fight for board well. I sort of have to trade a bit defensively. Since my only like comeback card is the Ceaseless Expanse and Ursol. I guess Malorn, but Malorn's not super consistent. And they might be running stuff like a Quality Consecration. So far so good for my opponent. They've had a pretty good draw. My portals, though, they're getting pretty big. Yours are still at 1 cost, mine at 4. I haven't pushed the button, but they're there. I think next turn I'll push the button in Zephrys, currently. They're also probably going to play that Ursel play that I always make. So I have to be vaguely aware that's happening. Never mind, change of plans, we're doing this.
On guard.
Top decking Dorian now would be real good. Dorian will get me a Malone or an Ursel, and Malone is ready. And I could play it, and the thing that comes from Malone, all on curve.
Another realm awaits.
Oh, it's not fair, they've got a Dreamwarden. I haven't got a Dreamwarden. Also, you got that thing, which is normally pretty good on 3. I'm never lucky. I'm gonna swing.
Nightmares are never forgotten.
Not a great selection.
On guard.
I need to be careful. Greenwing is the dragon that's activating this right now. Coin Ursol? No, Consecration. So they are probably running a quality Consecration and stuff like that in that deck. I'm also one more imbue away from what I actually desire to do.
Once upon a time.
Has to be this. I think that changes my plan as well for what I'm going to do this turn. I'm going to play this instead.
Another realm awaits.
Alright, I hit the illusion. It's still not a terrible play, honestly. Especially when you hit a portal afterwards. Especially when you hit 2 portals afterwards. Okay. Now we're popping. I have no spell in hand full enough for Ursol. I could get a Griftah spell, though, instead. Alright, a quality Consecration. Right, there's no Consecrations left. The next big board I get, I destroy my opponent.
These could belong to a brand new species.
I doubt they'll be able to use that as well as I can. But I need to be a little bit careful.
By petal and sword.
Right, I have no dragons in hand anymore. A bit of a slow play. Oh, actually, you know what? They might have Malone. I might have fucked up here. To be fair, I couldn't deal with it unless they grifted it, but I didn't even consider Malone as a discover. Okay, Ursul's fine. Not great still, but it's better than fucking, whatchamacallit. Malone. Malone-D.
A recurring dream.
Actually, hang on a minute. No, I can't do it. I was going to say if I can steal this thing and I'm Malone, but I don't have the mana cost for that. Been a little bit troll, actually, right now.
Prophet, guide me.
Alright, Malone. I want to kill this 1-2 before they realize they could just do this. I have to take action main. Alright, that thing's going to live. Push the button every turn you can push the button, I think. The 8-6 lives. Actually, I'm dead, aren't I? Wait, have I fucked up? Trade. I might have fucked up.
The roots lend their strength.
I fucked up. I'm dead.
The roots lend their strength.
I actually forgot how low I was. You know what? Run the tape back. I played that better. That was actually just unlucky. I didn't draw one of my flames. I had so many portals in the deck. I pushed my button so often. Where were all my dragons? Where were all my dragons? What? Yeah, I should have either fished for the heal thing from Griftah, or I should have just played the dragon that pulls a card from your deck and then prayed that I got a bunch more of them. Okay, well, this is the bad matchup. It's almost certainly true because it's Demon Hunter.
In the name of honor.
Which I think means I have to just go for Griftah and Zephrys. They're the only things that save me in this matchup. Anakros could do something. If I save Anakros plus a ton of draw and make a ginormous Imbue, then maybe I can do something. This game is going to be all about whether or not they draw the Arcanite Defense Crystal on 4. If they do it, I'm going to lose. Also, I need to play as aggressively as I can. Jesus Christ. Well, you know what? It's going to go into my deck, so that would actually enable the Dreamwarden. So perhaps this means I don't push the button if I can avoid it.
By petal and sword.
I'd love for this thing to die. Give me a way to kill this thing, so I'll coin Dreamwarden. The actual question is, failing that, do I coin Maul instead? It's so awkward because I feel like every time I don't push the button, every time I push the button, I lose. But if I don't push the button, I need to set up for a big turn later to like just run over them when I play Anakros. So it's really awkward. Anyway, this is actually the best start I think I could have. Under the circumstances. I guess it's not quite true, but it's virtually true. I got a 5-6 out on 3. Like, fairly good going. Well, there's the Arcanite Defense Crystal. So, we probably lose the game now. Just top decked it. Well, not top decked it. Was it the top deck? I wasn't paying attention. Either way, they got it on curve. So my win condition now becomes the Imbue strategy.
By petal and sword. Thorn in your side.
Man, I actually tweeted out about this, the Arcanite Defense Crystal. Considering some of the shit that Hearthstone nerfed in, like, you know, hours after a launch, or days after a launch, I'm stunned they haven't changed the Arcanite Defense Crystal. I do appreciate it got nerfed going into this, but before this set came out, it was, like, literally enabler of the entirety of the Hearthstone meta. I don't know why they thought taking 2 hours off it would make a blind bit of difference. It doesn't, though. It makes no difference. Alright, this is the card I'd probably have silenced if I could silence it, but I don't have silence anymore. What are you at? 3s. I'm going to try and interrupt it a little bit. Stop them from killing this on their own. They probably will have an answer to this, but I don't know. As I said, I've kind of like made my deck worse into this matchup because if I made it better into this matchup, I just lost the other matchups. It's really annoying. I can see why Paladin's like in 10th right now with this deck. It's so hard to cover all your bases. You're not as greedy as the greedy class is, and you just don't have as many tools to be like a control deck. Anyway. Earthside Maul's going to draw me Ceaseless. and gets close to Ursol. I think Ursol could be a potential win condition, but I don't know. I don't know, man.
Time grows short.
Zephrys into silence is going to hit this, isn't it? Yeah, that's... How do you lose the game? Well, my asteroid that I put into my deck hit the wrong target. Alright, well.
On guard.
Time to have the world's saddest game. How is this okay, by the way? Who playtested Demon Hunter? I guess the answer is no one playtested it, but... So I can't burn Anachronos is one of my things I need to do right now. Also the Dragonscale Armaments, I need to save both of them, because I need to play Anachronos into both of them to win the game. I need to kill this thing as well, ideally.
On guard.
On this turn, I think. I'll do it. Because otherwise it's going to pull out the starship, or potentially pull out the starship, which is worse for me. I think this is the lesser of evils. I don't have a great way to deal with a single guy anymore, though. So, we're like, certainly dead. I need Zephrys to find me an answer. But I might not draw Zephrys. Griftah could also do it if I make it big enough. Maybe I can make my opponent one-shot themselves. But I don't think it's happening. I think I am what the French call le fucked. I'm not even imbuing fast enough. I can't use Malorn right now. That's how bad my opening's been. But you never know. You never know. Maybe Zephrys will come at the appropriate time, silence everything, and then we'll ceaseless it. Yeah, fucking Cubicle as well. It's like the super greedy version of this deck. It's just, I don't know. There's nothing I can do anymore. I have to Anachronos this because I can't leave it up anymore. But it basically means I lose. I now need to generate another Anachronos at some point and hope my opponent misplays this and fills the board again. It's just like I need realistically unrealistic situations to occur now for me to win this game. It's crazy how consistent this deck is with a Tough Spacer as well. Oh my god. They've drawn every card they need. Still though, they have misplayed, so I appreciate that. I just need to time killing this at the right opportunity now. To fill up their board.
Time grows short.
Zephrys, now's the time, buddy. Well, We have to do it. We don't have to do it, but we should probably do it. I could steal that guy and defuse the situation, but I think it's the wrong play.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could!
What's that version of draw 3 cards? The phony version? I don't remember.
What to do? I have little time.
I think the correct place to not attack here, it's kind of weird. They can just do the reverse to me to get it killed, but I'd rather than risk making the misplay. Like, I need them to trade the 5-3 and then leave the 3-4 up, but why would you ever do that? Okay, well, they're potentially going to do it.
Time grows short.
Yeah, keep drawing cards. That's a win condition. They fatigue themselves. Alright, well, I lose now. What's the plan? Ursul's gonna hit these two, sadly. I could do with hitting this. Ursul is the win condition. It's not, but it is. Not Ursul.
Forces of light.
Strike with fury.
I have little time.
Any taunt. Okay. I'll just get the hardest matchup in the game and then get no luck. That's fine. The sad thing as well is they're potentially setting this up to be like something that could lethal themselves. Alright, I can kill the cube now.
Time grows short.
32-44, I laugh. Zephrys is going to find me an answer. Actually, is mind control in that bucket? No, that's in extravagant. I might have to go extravagant with it. Also, it's actually not guaranteed that this is going to kill, is it? Well, I don't really have any other option anymore.
Faith reveals the way.
What's in you?
Once upon a time.
Rise and let balance.
I need to hit the 4-3. Nope. Okay, you hit it. I'll take it. Actually, that's the best outcome, I think, for me. Alright, another fell bat. I need to kill it.
They will never catch me.
With my blessing. With my blessing. I have no master.
It's fine. I'll just get mind control. Actually, unironically, I think it is fine. My opponent's kind of fucked up there. I feel like, aren't these Ferocious Fellbats meant to pull back the ginormous spaceship? Isn't that their main purpose? I don't think you're meant to generate this ginormous spaceship. Because all that's going to happen is I could potentially steal it or silence it in some way. By the way, I think I'm not going to mind control. I think that's actually the cat play. I think I should go for the silent strat. Although, actually, fuck it. Maybe I do just go balls to the walls for it. Well, that's expands. That's me dead, actually, isn't it? Was it exactly lethal? I don't think it was. It couldn't be. Oh! Hearthstone dev team, what the fuck were you thinking? You crazy SOBs. Oh well. In the end, there was, like, no win condition for me. And what's even worse, actually, now I say this, because Hunter and Imbue Hunter is seen as the answer to it, it also counters my deck, so I'm living in the worst worlds. I get beaten by the best deck, and then the best counter to the best deck beats me as well. This is why you're in 10th place, buddy. I think Zephrys does nothing for me in this interaction. Because they're going to do a 30 attack King Plush and just kill me. So again, I need to be aggressive. I guess you could argue that playing Zephrys on 3 might have been a good idea. You're probably right. But again, I would like to get this buffed by 4. So, I don't know. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't, basically. Alright. It turns out it was the right play now that I top decked Mauler. What the fuck is this thing? Oh, Shuff My Hand? Fantastic. What a great card. It's a 1 mana 1/3 taunt. It's Voidwalker at its called. I'll take it.
They're all better.
Yep, it's Imbue Hunter, so we're gonna die unless I erase them. Guaranteed death. What I can do now, though, with this curve is I can coin Dream. And this on 3 is actually really spicy. I wouldn't like to face this on 3. And an asteroid is going to hit one of them.
They're all better.
Now, I need to do the correct order here. I need to trade into this one first. Go Asteroid, hit the 2-2. You know you want to. Asteroid, I respect the idea of that, but you're wrong. Faces the place. I'm the aggro deck, they're the control deck. Welcome back, Zephrys. Let's play some good old-fashioned Hearthstone as well. I play a 4 mana, 4/5. On 4. There's a 6 to a minion, right?
Faith reveals the way.
Ah, fuck it. I fucked up. I shouldn't have done this. Because they're just going to trade my 4/5 off with the amulet now. But the taunt would have been equally annoying because I couldn't get rid of it. I think my win condition actually was draw 3 cards and then play Dorian into draw 3 cards. And then hope they get like Ceaseless Ursol and Malorne or something. But even Malorne's not that good because I'm not imbuing my button. Okay, I'll take that. The 2/2 eating up 6 damage to a minion is a very, very good deal.
By petal and sword.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
Give me Hectic.
Job's done.
Okay. Okay. Help me, they're being very good at control.
By petal and sword.
Once upon a time.
Find me in the dream.
Oh! It's just so brutal. Because I could just tell it's fucking King Plush in hand. Okay, it was my lord.
Gods of the wild, the dream beckons.
At least I've got the amulet for my lord. Am I a joke to you, Gabe? Am I a joke to you?
Find me in the dream.
There's no win condition anymore for me. I'm trying to set up a big Dorian, draw up some cards, and then just pray I get some good minions. That's the new win condition. I need Ceaseless, I think, to deal with this 130, sadly. But it's so brutal because, as I said, I had to be the aggro deck because they're going to get me with plush eventually.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifacts? I could.
Draw 3, please. That has to die. Alright. Pray for good fortune. I can't wait anymore.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet master.
Minion?
Good explorer comes prepared.
Many from one.
This thing's gonna die to the 6. Was Malone good enough? Probably not. I actually don't think there's anything Malone can give me that wins this now. Actually, that's not true. Malone into the Rogue one. Into drawing their King Plush. I'd say drawing it, getting a copy of it, playing it, and then putting these cards back into their deck. That's my win condition now. And then we go back to aggroing them down. But I assume Plush is in hand. I assume this is what they're hitting with the button right now. There's also a 0% chance that Dorian's living this turn. There we go.
Find me in the dream. Another realm awaits. A recurring dream. A recurring dream. A recurring dream.
Ah! I'm losing my mind. I've made my deck worse.
Our courage will not wane.
Why is Goldred in that deck? You don't need Goldred. You just put all the buffs on Plush instead. It was a waste of time. I'm sure there's a reason. I guess even having a guy with Rush to answer something back is a reason. Well, is there any reason to play this game?
Will shield my people. I fight in the name of honor.
Okay, I've got Griftah. I have the ability to steal a guy. My one win versus Demon Hunter came from me stealing the guy.
You fight with no
I'm not even greeting you. They probably would already. Look at me protecting my face with a 1-3 taunt. So I should coin Griftah on 3, right? Wait, actually, should I do that? Nope, we don't. We play Zephrys. Zephrys into Hex is the win condition. Hex, unironically, is, like, so unbelievably strong for me right now. Come on, Zephrys. Modest. Zephrys, you've let the team down, buddy.
Thorn in your side.
Zephrys, you're a piece of shit.
Who could put a price on such powerful artifact? I could.
Right, I have that for later, but it doesn't matter because I'm going to lose. Unless my opponent forgets about this.
Shaking a stir.
What's my opponent doing? Alright, my opponent's throwing for content.
Operational.
Once upon a time.
Buy one, get one.
Alright, this is winnable. I just need to somehow remove the other one, even though I have no way of doing that either. Uh-oh. That's on my side of the board. Yours hasn't died. Uh-oh. Oh no. My opponent is very sad now. Sadly, he's now actually going to draw the other one, so I'm basically going to be back in the same situation I was before. It's definitely a roadblock though, so I won't super complain. I'll just slightly complain. And actually, I can actually put pressure on this time. So, we do have some other positives here. Step 2 of the plan is fill the deck with portals, so I can do the Anachronos win condition.
Shaking a stir.
On their side, they're probably going to cube their own guy now, but that's a really slow play if they do it. Not the 6-7. Thank you. Wow, they have the Earth Salt into Ruin combo. My favorite. I'm so close to lethal.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Shoot for the moon. Actually, I'm not going to shoot for the moon.
Nightmares are never forgotten.
Yeah.
The portal calls.
That's the one I want.
Get one full price.
Top deck renewing flames, I win. Renewing Flames. Or a bunch of asteroids will do it as well. It could happen. An asteroid. One single asteroid. Yeah! Take that, Demon Hunter. You weren't ready for the Paladin, the Dragon Paladin. Turns out the fight of dragons versus starships, dragons win. As long as my opponent completely misplays a turn, I win. Literally all they had to do is trade their guy in and they'd won the game. But they didn't. Retrospectively, I actually shouldn't have played Griftah either. I should have waited for another minion to go to the board to trade the thing into. But I'm so worried about them just cubing it and then I'm in the same situation, right? Right. Let's get 3 and 4 again. We've done it once, we can do it again. Aegis on turn 1, you love to see it. Dreamwarden on 4, you love to see it. I would love to get my little key Mauler card in there. By the way, who said Mauler was a bad card? Mauler carried that game. Alright, in lieu of Mauler, we can Aegis push the button on 2, and coin. We've seen the adaptive amalgams. Can be very good. Stops fatigue.
Hey, I got you, friend.
Also can interrupt some important draws. That's a great 1-drop. You hate to see that. What if you got... Oh, you got Divine Brew. Kind of a waste, honestly.
It's going to be okay.
That might look stupid, but I get a minion trade if they do this and protect the Divine Shield. Otherwise, if I popped it, all they would do is put another brew on it again. And it would have really moved the needle. So yeah, they're going to protect the Divine Shield, which I'm fine about. They now have... Well, they already had a card in the deck, it's fine. Whatever.
Another realm awaits.
Job's done. Starting the operation by the holy light.
How glorious!
If that can live as well, this is a fairly good situation. Alright, they're going to do the same. Oh my god! Their rolls have been so disgusting so far. Well, how lucky do we want to be?
Another realm awaits.
Starting the operation.
Alright, I guess that's kind of lucky.
Patch you up.
The portal calls.
Okay. It depends on how efficient I want to be here, the play. I think I need this thing to die.
Patch you up.
The portal calls.
On guard!
I'm not super upset by this because I do have one of my flames. If I need to heal, I've got it. If they want to make the trade like this, I'm okay. Stop the scaling. But that fucking 1/4 got so much value. Okay, I top decked the Ursol. Not the dream, if I'm going to be honest with you, but...
Find me in the dream.
Once upon a time.
I can make that work. Otherwise, I can just save my hand for the entirety of the game. I think I'm going to save the weapon charge as well here. I'm a bit concerned that they just do Renewing Flames here, but I guess I'm going to do it back to them. I also have to be extremely careful on 8. If they have Ursol, they have like 10 burst damage. Alright, they have Sludges on the deck, and they played it as the non-corrupt version. My opponent is throwing. Oh, that's an interesting Dorian. I get the sneaking feeling that they are gonna Ursol me here.
Follow the
Okay.
flutter wings.
They might have it. I may have put them off it.
Is there trouble?
I have no spell in hand for Ursol, which, to be fair, I knew I felt like I had to do it. Okay? I can just swing.
Prophet, guide me.
It's a bit risky, but there's a chance I get this, and if I do get it, I just win. Well, I don't just win, but it's pretty good. Also, actually, I can't do that because I've got a handful situation.
Find me in the dream.
By petal and sword.
Twist.
On go.
Okay, that's the 50-50 I wanted there. It makes my Dorian worse, but I'll deal with Dorian later with some other draw engine. And we'll just try and pray we get a good draw. I kind of missed everything I wanted with Dorian anyway. It's really only an Akronos that I care about now, from the top of the deck.
Druids of Azeroth.
Malorn.
The dream beckons.
I'm still not convinced Malorn's good in this deck, by the way. It's like Malorn plus Ashmane in certain matchups is like disgusting. It's kind of the only reason I've got it still in my deck. I guess Ursoc as well sometimes does like disgusting things, but I feel like fairly often it's kind of garbage. Well, it clearly is for my opponent because they've not done anything.
Rise, and the balance is strong.
Thorn in your side.
Many from one.
Oh, I could Origami Dragon the whatchamacallit. Fuck's sake, I just buffed the Origami Dragon. Oh well. Well, that's complete garbage. Nice, thanks as well. Okay, not complete garbage. Ooh, Sanctus Out plus Nightmare. I didn't even consider that being a combo. Pretty good combo, actually.
A good explorer.
Yeah,
comes prepared.
that's really obnoxious. Okay. Okay, opponent. Okay. That is not a good play for my opponent. I take it back. That's dying to this. Good choice.
A recurring dream.
Okay, we're kind of cooking. I'm still kind of cooking. That's going to be the Dorian idea. Actually, you know what? I can Dorian Zephrys.
You're merely a pawn for the puppet.
Actually, this doesn't work, does it? Whatever. Okay, never mind, it does work. But it doesn't get the Dark Gift. Alright, fair enough. The science.
My blood to save the dream.
Torith is a Torithful card. Okay, that didn't work. It's not a good card. I've seen a few people using Torith now, and I feel like it's almost like always terrible. Alright, Griftah time.
Who could put a price on such?
Surely one of my Griftahs has got the card I want, which is a Stealer guy. There we go.
All strings attached.
Feel devastation. I swear to you.
You know what I don't know what happens with? What happens if I Anachronos this thing after I've stolen it? Does that work? The science.
Mistakes of the past rewritten.
By petal and sword! By petal and sword!
I have little time.
Asteroids? I actually misplayed this. I should have increased my chance of an asteroid.
How glorious!
Okay. Well, it turns out with all my tweaking and stuff, I've basically taken the deck back to where it was. I start with 3 and 4, I go 3 and 4 again. All this being said, though, you know, the deck is currently set at like a 42% win rate on HS Replay, and I think 3 and 4 is... Wait, is 3 and 4 better than that? It's like a 1 in 7, 1 in 7 is like 14%-ish. Times that by 3, it's about 42. Alright, never mind, I take it back. If you've enjoyed this episode of YouTube, why don't leave a like and subscribe? Everything helps me out. I'll see you next time. Bye!